Fishermen work harder than nearly anyone. It's just after 5 in the morning and Wink Walpole is doing what he does most days, travelling out of the mouth of the Thames estuary towards the English Channel to look for a catch. But he has a big problem. The far larger Dutch trawlers, which not only steal into British waters, but which sometimes use techniques like the mass electrocution of fish to take the lion's share. If the cod and the sole don't make it up to the estuary, his chance is lost.
We should be able to fish on our doorstep, and we always have done. And our boats should be fishing for between 25, 30 stone a night on Dover Soles this time of year. One of my friends went last night, and I think he made up about 6 stone. You know, and people wonder why our industry's falling apart.
The whole thing is a disaster.
Fishing rights have become arguably the most totemic issue of all for supporters of Brexit. The small boats became a photo opportunity in support of no deal, the argument being that a line had to be drawn in the sea to offer proper separation from a Europe which gains far more than the UK from the current arrangements. That boat that was taken to Westminster belongs to this man, who is as convinced now as he ever was that Brexit must be used to support the UK's broken fishing industry.
We've worked out we could potentially have an industry worth £8 billion, the fishing industry in the UK, whereas at the moment it's sitting at £1 billion. Well, you know, that's an awful lot more employment. It's an awful lot more, you know, awful money for little towns, you know, around the coast, and that's what it's all about.
So this is one of the more difficult arguments for critics of no deal, that while it might look catastrophic for other industries, for the owners of small fishing boats, it could be hugely significant. Opponents of Brexit often point out that fishing's only worth 0.5% of the whole British economy, but in communities like this, that cuts no ice at all. For them, it's certainly not about nationalism, it's only a bit about sovereignty. More than anything else, it's about trying to make a living. Wink has come back in with just a small catch. He will sell it partly to local wholesalers and partly from his own shop to locals who support him. He has none of the power of the big fishing corporations, but he and many others like him genuinely believe the whole point of Brexit is to stand up for the little guy. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera, in southeastern England.